to once again welcome you to this press briefing aimed at informing Nigerians on our anti-smuggling exploits and discouraging them from smuggling and duty evasion through under-declaration and under-valuation. Consequent upon the promise made by the Comptroller General of Customs to regularly update the press on the activities of the service, this unit has not only keyed into it, but has also remained compliant, hence this press briefing today. In line with federal government policies at ensuring food security for its teeming population as well as address the high cost of living, which the Comptroller General of Customs and the management are pursuing with vigor, this unit has demonstrated its passion and willingness to cross the T's and dot the I's in fighting smuggling. That explains the drastic reduction in rice smuggling and fuel bunkering. Due to violation of various sections of Nigeria Customs Service Act 2023 and the federal government import and export prohibition guidelines, we vigorously and relentlessly prosecuted our anti-smuggling campaign, which resulted in a total number of 93 seizures, arrest of 9 suspects made to prevent smuggling and protect our national economy. The seizures made award a total duty paid value of 751,127 naira 25 kobo. These outcomes were achieved despite the unrepentant behaviors of the economic saboteurs who deploy many tricks and antics to beat our checks, but they failed. A reference case is the smuggling of foreign parboiled rice in petroleum jerrycans along Agilete in Ogun State, which is not only illegal but also exposes the potential consumers to the risk of eating contaminated grains that have ingested poisonous properties, possibly from premium motor spirit, diesel, or other petroleum products. We also prevented the smuggling of 11 exotic used vehicles at various locations, such as Oja Odon in Ogun State, Ajebandele Ore, Lagos Benin Expressway, and Igondo Waterside in Lagos State, worth over 200 million into the country through our area of responsibility. Just like this one, it was brought in from Jebu. You can see it's fresh to cook up, and maybe it's on its way somewhere when it was intercepted. They have actually succeeded in shortchanging government before they were intercepted and brought in. The same thing, this is Jebu too. You can imagine just coming from the bush, maybe it's going towards the eastern flank. It was intercepted at Jebu. This one, you can see the Mercedes car by information patrol. It was intercepted at Apule, that's around Songo axis. You can imagine somebody bringing this in. They bought this vehicle, but ostensibly trying to shortchange government by not wanting to drop any. All 6 vehicles under the custody of federal operations, they are not included. Like these ones now, if they are seized, the person cannot come forward to say 90 days is good. 90 days does not affect this, because they were already caught in the act and they are here. But if you are not caught, you have your vehicle outside, you can bring it in from that 90 days and you'll be attended to. But those ones that are already in our kitty, in our custody, they are not affected. Once a vehicle is here, it will be placed under detention. And immediately after 30 days, without any obvious evidence of duty payment, it will be seized.
And the moment it is seized, that vehicle is not, or the vehicle itself cannot come up under that new arrangement. But a vehicle that is under detention and later came up with evidence of duty payment and that it is confirmed, it can be. Definitely we will attend to that. But if it is a vehicle that is still under detention, it is the prerogative preserved of the CGC to determine whether such vehicle will be allowed to enjoy that window or not. You see, when you talk in terms of internal collaboration, there is no full proof to say that either Mr. XYZ is included or not. Obviously, yes, there are some agencies, we have agencies, there are no agencies that does not have bad eggs. And that is the more reason why the CGC now, having identified whoever that is culpable in anything or in any act that is tantamount to tarnishing the image of the service, is working on them. You can see this Dane gun. It was arrested at Joga Orile at about at about at about 9 or so, between 9 and 10. Group of people came to base where my officers were, and they started shooting. You can see the cartridge, see the empty shell, see cutlasses. What did they come for? They came to collect rice from them. That maybe they seized some rice from them the other day, so they came to collect their rice back. Now the officers successfully warded them off. They did not attempt to fire them because I had already given them instruction that human life should be less. Rather, they have the authority to fire at any smuggler from the kneecap and below. Now, as they were running away, when the firing power of our officers was intense rather, this one now dropped. It dropped all this. Look at the empty cartridges that were already expended. But I can make bold to say none of my officers were hurt. So, but it's still one of those attacks. For in recent time, we've not had this. But as this one is coming up, we have to take it very seriously, because I'm sure it must be due to what do they call themselves? They call the acclaimed hunger issue also. Because well, being hunter, but it can kill. Be it hunter or what, it can kill. And what matters most is the intent behind bringing this type of gun to where officers are. We have more sophisticated weapons to fight anybody, but in recent times we have discovered that even where we choose to fight for ourselves, at the end of the day, public opinion is always against the service. Even situations where our officers were found to have been killed, dumped into water, dumped inside ditch, public opinion will still be against the service. Even in cases where we try to say, oh, please, let us make peace, let us make this, there will be insinuations, serious innuendos that people will now start ascribing that act to. You understand? So it is because our officers are professional. Should any crisis erupt anywhere, and if custom officers should fire, oh, I'm firing to disperse, and that bullet goes to hit somebody at home, the next thing is they will say, oh, bring custom head. They are in soup. But nobody will talk about the attack. For instance, if any of my officers had been killed using this now, nobody will say anything. They keep saying, oh, it's normal for us to die, we are animals. But I keep saying that we are not animals. Anybody who came with willful intention to attack any officer is not attacking that officer, it's attacking Nigeria. It is Nigeria because this uniform was given by Nigeria. And it is that same Nigeria we represent. So any attack is not on the personnel. But we have already informed our officers to be civil. Don't you let the use of your rules of engagement be the last resort. And that is why you have been seeing that we will make seizures seamlessly. People will come to harass us at our base. They will go like that. Because if we had made any attempt to maybe make arrest of such people who comes to our base to give us verbal attacks, it will be a different story. Because they will come with all these gadgets to attack officers, and anyhow should any officer now choose to retaliate, nobody will talk of that one again. Oh, custom has killed somebody. Custom has done this, has done that. So I'm using this medium to tell Nigerians we are civil, we are organized unit, my officers are well trained. They are not to respond to any verbal attack by anybody, in as much as their life is not at risk.